Hi, Karianne. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, and paranormal investigator. You have to excuse my attire. My air conditioner quit. So the doors are open, the dogs are barking, so mowing the yards. We'll see how this goes with all the noise. I like to tell my first timers, I don't think I've read for you before. I see, hear, feel, sense, know. This is not an exact science. So if something doesn't click, it's possible that you will remember it later, you will see it later, or somebody like in the family, like you might say something to somebody and they'll validate it for you because they understand what it is. So don't throw the reading out just because you don't understand a couple of things. I stink at names. I really stink at names. So if I say John, it will at least be a male with a J or a J-O name if it's not exact. So you guys kind of stretch that out. It's just they show me, they talk to me, but they show me pictures too, and I call it spiritual charades. I and I try to describe the picture to my best, to the best way I can. So hopefully I get the picture across to you. They don't tell me everything. They only tell me enough usually so that you will understand because it's none of my business. I'm just their voice. So they'll give me enough so you know what they're talking about, hopefully. And I'm already getting a hair on my arm. Let me see if it's a real hair. I don't think so. So we're already getting, whenever anything happens while I'm doing a reading, it's for you. It, it, it felt like a hair was laying across my arm. There's, there's no hair. So you will, this is my right arm, just in case I had some videos look backwards on some things I do. My right arm, so they usually try to show me the same place. It felt like a long hair laying across my arm. So if there was a long hair, I clearly would have been able to see that or find it. So when you feel that and you go to brush it off, you go, see, but there's nothing there. That's a sign. That'll be a sign from your mom. When you start realizing what your signs are, first say, I know that's you, Mom. I love you. Please bring me more. And then it like opens a floodgate and you'll start getting all kinds of signs. Once you start realizing, they're so simple, they're so easy that people miss them, or you poo-poo them, or you just think it's coincidence. There are no coincidences. Oh, I said that with my new teeth. Big word. Big word, Rhonda. So you will feel that. And it might not just be, she says not just on your arm. She's showing you might feel it up here too. And I don't look at anybody's page before I do these, so I don't know how long your hair is. So when you kind of want to go like that, that's your mom trying to let you know that she's there. She walked, my kind of girl, she walked in with a glass of wine in her hand and grapes. It looks like it looks like the dark colored grapes. Wine and grapes. She's holding up a cube of cheese and she's holding up a cracker. And she's got a very big smile on her face. Very big smile. She says, I love you, my little pumpkin. No, I am not disappointed in you. Stop thinking that. You are perfect just the way you are, and you need to realize that. Everybody is unique, and that's the way we're supposed to be. Don't try to follow the herd. Don't try to copy, be like everybody else. Okay, she's showing me laying on a bed, and it looks like a hospital type bed, maybe not quite, but kind of. And she's holding her arm. She's showing her right arm. Don't know if that makes any difference. And she's holding her arm out. She looks like you might think she's unconscious, but believe me, they can hear you at that point. Absolutely. But as she's holding her arm, do it again. As she's holding her arm straight, it's not straight out, it's kind of down. So the person would be more sitting almost almost straight out from her right hip, maybe down towards her leg a little more. This she's indicating that it might not make any difference, but whoever was sitting there, she's showing me that she had her arm out and the person was stroking her hand. Was kind of stroking her hand, like both hands stroking her hand, like one hand underneath and the other one stroking it. She knew that. She wanted to turn her head to the right and look. But she couldn't. Okay, so behind her head, to kind of to the right of her head, but back behind the bed, she's showing a man. He's he's got kind of a, I don't know that I would call it a suit coat because it's real loose and it's not like a big prim and proper businessman would wear. It's more like it's more like a farmer might wear. I don't know if farmer's the right word either. It's more like a farmer might wear, just trying to look a little nicer instead of wearing overalls. This is the feeling I'm getting from this man. He's got a hat on, but he's got it kind of down over his face. I can't see his face. He's got his head kind of down with this hat on that's about the same tannish, brownish color as this jacket. Clothes may not make any difference, and they might. I don't, just trying to, she wants you to know who this man is. That he was in spirit, not somebody here. This is somebody who's in spirit, who was waiting for her, and she knew he was there. And he's not showing me his face. He's got his head down, hat's covering him. So I don't know what the reason is for that, but it doesn't matter. They never waste a message. There's always a reason for what they show and how they show it. They tell us what we need to hear, not what we want to hear. So first I felt like it was her father, but not. I'm not 100%, so I'm not going to say that for 100%. He was kind of a silent, he told her he loved her, kind of a silent, here I am when you're ready kind of thing. It gave her peace, gave her comfort, and I see a beautiful, very large angel more behind the left. There's always, I think every time they've showed me a picture of when they were leaving, that there's always at least one angel, at least one. There was also a young girl waiting in spirit. She shows herself really young. She almost looks like a young Judy Garland. Oh, I know that's way back in the day, but it's like the Wizard of Oz. For some reason, maybe the girl's name was Judy. Maybe she's from Kansas, because that's where I'm from, Wizard of Oz, blah, blah, blah. Um, she's showing herself having braids. And it seems like I remember a picture of, what did they call her in the movie? I can't remember her name. Dorothy. Is it Dorothy? Yeah, Dorothy. Maybe the name's Dorothy. It's just, this is the spiritual charade. So anyway, it's just the way they communicate. But for some reason, she wants you to know that these people were there waiting for her, and that she was perfectly safe, and she was perfectly fine. At some point, right before she left, did she reach her hand up, kind of, where this man would have been standing? Like she reached her hand up to him, like, I'm ready to go with you. Like she was trying to take his hand and go with him. She says, I heard you. I love you too. No regrets. You went above and beyond for me. I can't thank you enough. Spiritual. Be more spiritual. I don't think she means like be a medium. She means be more, what's the word I want to use? Spiritual. Not like believe in ghosts and spirits and blah, 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 that kind of thing. Spiritual, that's not, it's different. It's like you don't have to go to church and believe in God. Anyway, enough of that preaching. She says that she's glad that the girls were there because she could feel the love from them. She could feel their sadness. But she was also hoping that they could feel her love for them back. Love is an energy. It's an energy, and you cannot kill energy. Energy can change shapes, forms, but you can't kill energy like that. And love is the highest form of energy that there is known. So I was asking her a question, and I'm not getting the answer. Um, okay, was somebody close to her recently in a boat, a small boat? I see oars, like they're right at the bank, got oars. I can't tell for sure if it's a canoe or just like a small. It looks kind of like a canoe, but anyway, somebody's sitting in it with oars. Don't know if this is a memory or something somebody's done since she left that she's trying to validate, something she knows about. She says, birthday's coming, birthday's coming. Is her birthday coming? Your birthday coming? Somebody close to her, their birthday's coming, and she's very excited. And she will be there. She will definitely be there. Okay, she's showing me a bird. I have no clue what state you live in. So I don't know what kind of bird you have, but she's showing me, it's almost, I want to say meadowlark. I don't remember what a meadowlark looks like. Kind of like a finch look. No, it's not a finch looking bird. It's too big. Anyway, it's got yellow. It's got yellow on its belly, yellow around here. Show me again. Or it looks like yellow anyway, with dark kind of on its back. This bird will be one of your signs. It could be a yellow finch, but it looks too big the way she's showing it. So anyway, just consider the yellow on the chest. Anyway, that will be one of your signs. And signs, it can be on a billboard, it can be on a bumper sticker, it can be on Facebook, it can be on TV. Yeah, you can hear it on the radio. Whatever that thing is that she's trying to, you can even be watching a movie and somebody can be like brushing a hair off their arm. It doesn't matter where it shows up or how it shows up. Make sure you validate it. Let her know that you know that's a sign from her. Because they do get frustrated when we don't see our signs. Look at what I do, and 10 times it took me, the white butterfly, when I went to the cemetery, would circle around me, and I go, where's my damn sign? About the 10th time, I go, Rhonda, you've been getting it every time. So something like that, for some reason she wanted me to tell that story, so now the white butterfly is a big sign for me from Bob. So something that repeats over and over and over and over. There's also the smell of something in the kitchen, but she's showing me somebody at the sink running very, very, very hot water because I can see the steam coming off of it. So there's a reason for showing it that way. But I wanted to say the smell of something cooking, and she's showing me somebody standing at the sink with this steaming hot water coming out of the faucet. She says, be careful. So I don't know what the smell would be associated with this picture. Somebody absolutely loves spaghetti. Did she make homemade spaghetti sauce? Oh, homemade lasagna. So that will be a smell. Smells, you can be walking through Walmart, you can be driving, you can be sitting outside, you can be, for 2 weeks, every morning I woke up and smelled chocolate chip cookies. Never figured out who it was, and they quit doing it because they probably got tired of giving me that sign, and I never got it. I couldn't figure it out. So it's like, see, 2 weeks I smelled it, but I just couldn't grasp it, who it was. So they'll do it over and over and over. She says, one thing she wants you to know is be true to yourself. She says, not others, yourself. It's not selfish, yourself. Okay, now she's showing me a small bell, and the bell part is about this tall. She could be over exaggerating. Then there's a handle on it, and she's tinkling it, tinkling it. So you will hear this tinkling noise. She says when an angel gets its wings. An angel gets its wings. But you will probably hear this tinkling noise sometimes too. You have been in your sleep Have you have you dreamed of her like in a field of flowers and she was younger and she was carefree and just beautiful and in a soft white dress, like more almost like a slip than a dress. Just all these beautiful flowers around her. And she talked to you standing out in this field. She doesn't show me you guys up close. It's like you're back here and she's out in this field. She looks young. But they can present themselves any way they want to, but they when they come through, they present themselves so it's something that you would know. So you will recognize for sure that it's them. But now she's showing me this, and it's a if you have not had this dream, you will have this dream. And it's not going to be a dream, it's going to be a visitation. And the difference between a dream and a visitation is dreams, you kind of start forgetting them the second you open your eyes, they start going away, fading. A visitation, I had one about 7 years ago. It's still crystal clear in my memory. I remember everything in the room, everything that was said. You remember the color of their shoelaces. It's just crystal clear. That's a visitation. And they don't seem to happen very often. I don't know if it's hard for them to do or it takes a lot of their energy. Not sure why. But most dreams aren't. I mean, if you have them a lot, they're not all visitations. But anyway, if you haven't had this one, you will have in the near future. She wants you to keep a dream journal. So put a piece of paper and a pen by your bed, and as soon as you wake up and you remember that you had a dream, start jotting down important things on it before it slips away. There's going to be something in your dreams, some kind of guidance for you, some kind of guidance. Um, I keep hearing her say, "And your little dog too, Toto." So I don't know where that's coming from because I said something about the Wizard of Oz and that character earlier. So I'm not sure where we're going with that. But I'll just, whatever she says, I'll throw out there. She says, as far as your father dating, she is perfectly fine with it. She's kind of going a little growl about somebody that he's talking to now, that maybe she thinks she's not the best fit. I hate to say that. I don't want you to dislike her or anything. Don't go saying, "Well, Mom said." But she says it will all work itself out. Okay, so once again, I felt on the underside of my arm, I felt like a long hair, and I carefully looked and felt, and there is no hair there. So that's going to be a very strong sign for you. And I know it's really slight and subtle, but I have honestly asked the ones I talk to, well, let's not do the stomping around the house and banging on stuff because then people think their house is haunted when it's just mom or grandma or somebody hanging around. And when I say grandma, she says, "Grandma's here, grandma's here." So I ask them for a little more subtle, nicer signs so they don't scare the pee out of you. Um, okay, so she's showing me, she's trying, she's trying to show some very strong signs that she's sending you, that she's still there. So one thing I cannot stress enough is they can hear you. I'm just their voice, so you can hear them, but they can hear you. Talk to her and tell her anything you want to. But she came over here by me, and she put her arm around, and she's got her arm over here, her hand over here, around my back. So when she does this to you, you'll probably be sitting there and you'll be like, oh, like zoned out, probably absent-minded, maybe staring at the TV, not really seeing it, that kind of thing. And you might actually feel a little pressure, or you might actually feel warmth across your back where her arm would be. And when she does that, she's leaning in, kiss on the cheek. And I don't know how you will receive the energy because everybody does it different, but it could feel like just a little pressure. It could feel like a fly landed on you. It could feel like a pin sticking you. It could feel, usually, here we go. When they get close, really close to me, their energy makes my head itch like I have head lice. It could feel like a bug crawling. It could feel really hot. More than likely, you'll feel a warmth. And you could feel it in this ear when she gets that close to give you the little kiss on the cheek. She says, I'm proud of you. Don't ever doubt that. Your house does not have to be perfect. There's more to life than that. Dance to your own beat, dance to your own drum. And she's going back and saying, your guides are not just her, but your guides. We all have guides up there. And there's all different kinds of guides. There's guides for pretty much everything. You have a guide assigned. You don't have just one guardian angel. There's a whole team up there. And for different aspects in your life, ask for your guide to step forward. And she's going back to putting that piece of paper and that pen by your bed, that they're going to talk to you through your dreams. They're going to give you stuff. I don't know. What do I want to call it? Ideas, suggestions, whatever, in your dreams. And they won't be black and white. The dreams are usually so cryptic, you might have to Google things that they show you. Like, I went to a meditation, and when I came out of it, I said, oh my gosh, the bird that was in my hand, I squished it and killed it. And I was so upset, I was almost crying. She says, that just means you're trying too hard, Rhonda. So they're kind of cryptic. So there might be things you need to Google, metaphysical, whatever, blah, 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 to see what somebody else has for the meaning of something that you're going to see in your dreams, but you're going to have some. And it won't all, like I said, it won't all be from her. It'll be from your guides too. She says you need to call on your joy guide. My personal feeling is I don't need to know their name. I just need to know, hey, joy guide, and they'll be there. I've asked for a certain person to be my joy guide, and it didn't work. Maybe he didn't want to. I don't know. But it was somebody I knew. Grandpa. There's a grandpa that's very close to you, but he's in spirit. That is very protective of you. That grandpa. He's like one of those quiet people behind the scenes, but he's there trying to help guide you. But he's quiet, so I'm not sure how he's doing it, but call on him. I don't know if it's the same guy that she showed me was behind her head. Okay, she's holding. I know, and I ask them for different signs. Everybody knows the feathers, coins, cardinals, blah blah blah. But she's holding her finger like this. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And there's a little bitty white feather sitting on it. So you're going to find little bitty white feathers. They could be big white feathers, but she's showing a little bitty one. Usually, if it's a big bird feather, they hold it up like this. She's got it on the end of her finger. And actually, I had a video where I was doing somebody's reading, and out of nowhere, one just floated down, and I got it on my finger. And she's showing me the same thing. So keep your eyes peeled for that, and don't forget to validate and acknowledge her when you get these. She says, I love you, and I'm going to let you know that I'm still around. She's holding up her glass of wine again, and she's saluting you. A toast to the future. She says, to our future, meaning you and her. So you still can have a relationship with her, just in a different way. She says, just remember the good times. Don't remember the end. Don't dwell on the end. Remember the good times. Remember the laughs. Remember the parties. Now I'm getting something right here. It kind of felt like a bug bit me or something right here. So that'll be another one for you. There's nothing there. Okay, so as she's toasting you, she's leaving. My head's itching. See, they make me feel like I got creepy crawlers. And you might feel that too. That's just the way I feel their energy. That doesn't mean you will feel it exactly the same way. Quit it. Okay. She's leaving and she's taking her glass of wine with her. Oh, here we go. Even though she's moving further away, I'm still itching. Big one. We need to discuss this. Okay. And she's got, I can't really see it, but as she's walking away, she's holding up her glass of wine. She's got a big dog. I'm getting it again. This is different than the head itching thing. So this one's for you. The head itching's for me. So she's got a rather large dog following her. And I can't see it that well, but it's kind of a reddish brown. It's got a little bit longer hair. It's not a real short-haired dog. Got me itching, guys, got me itching. So she's not making a big, and the dog looks like it was older. When it passes, it's walking along like an older dog. So she's not making a big point of this dog, but she wanted me to see this dog as she was leaving. So somebody had this dog, and she's got the dog with her now, and she wants them to know that the dog is happy and it's safe and it's with her. She actually called him Big Red. Blowing you kisses. I love you. Don't ever forget that. And she's gone. Okay. So much love to you, my dear. I hope you get some validations. Watch for your signs, and don't poo-poo them. They're real. I get them all the time. Thank you for allowing me to be the voice for your loved one. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, and paranormal investigator. Thank you.